Alright, this is going to be an exciting class on leadership. And we're going to take it from a particular angle because leadership is a very broad topic and we would not be talking about everything that has to do with leadership on this course. But you're going to get a good sense of what you can use right now. I like to teach people what they can use right now to start improving their lives and doing better things. So leadership simply is, if you check this out, is the ability to deliver results. That's what leadership is. It's not a position. It's not that you're the managing director. It's not that you're now, okay, you're the first son. Tell us what to do. No. It is the one who can bring results. That's the leader. So leadership is not measured in the position or even in the respect people have for you. Your leadership is measured in your results. If you ever have a challenge with leadership, check your results. Because once you can produce the result, people will follow you. Because people are always looking for results. So leadership is the ability to deliver results. Whether you're delivering business results, you're delivering social results, you're delivering all kinds of results, leadership is the ability to deliver results. And in this course, I'm going to be talking about what leadership would demand of you. Let me just ensure that my page contains the entire stuff. So I'll just track back a bit. Yep, expanded the page now. So what leadership demands of you. Now these are 4 important things that leadership would demand of you. And you need to supply these things. And when we explain it to you, you'll be able to understand how then you'll be able to supply it. So number 1 is end-to-end thinking, alliance building. Number 2, walking through pressure. Number 3, and consistent de-escalation. What do they mean? Let's start from number 1. End-to-end thinking. End-to-end thinking can be explained with these 5 C's. It's the ability to conceive, collaborate, coordinate, combat, and conclude. Okay, what does it mean? Now, end-to-end thinking actually is like the sum of the entire game. Leadership is about end-to-end thinking because leadership is about results, and results come. You only deliver results when you can practice end-to-end thinking properly. All right. So by this, I mean the ability to conceive what needs to be done to achieve a particular outcome. The ability to collaborate, that means to find who you need to work with to achieve a particular outcome. The ability to coordinate. Coordination has to do with coordinating human and non-human resources. All right. So you're working with the people that you've brought together and then the non-human resources. You're coordinating all these things in a bit to deliver a result. Coordination also has to do with scheduling. It also has to do with your structuring of what activities comes now, what next. So it's coordinated. So as a leader, coordination will be expected of you. Organizing things into how it should go. When you have leaders who don't know how to coordinate, you're going to have them, they have this big vision, but they are unable to coordinate. What does it mean to coordinate? It's to sit down and break things into step by step. That's just what it means. And the next point there is to combat. Combat, because you're going to have to fight some opposition. If you're going to be doing anything that is worth doing, you can be sure that it's not just going to go nice and easy. No, you're going to have challenges. So as a leader, you've got to be ready to combat. And how do you combat? We'll talk about that when we talk about resilience. And then, of course, conclude. Conclude means to see things to the end. All right, to see things to the end. It has to do with patience required to see things to the end. And so, as a leader, these 5 C's will be required of you. The ability to conceive, that is imagination. It was Einstein that said, imagination is more important than knowledge, but imagination is empowered by knowledge. So, I always say to people, the reason why people don't make moves that's going to improve the circumstances of their life is because they didn't think about it. They didn't know that they could start a business. They didn't know that they could apply for a job. It didn't cross their mind to think about, oh, maybe I could sell online, or maybe I could open a store It didn't cross their minds. The imagination was not there. So, for you to empower yourself to be able to imagine, you need knowledge. That is why these kind of courses are very important, because they provide you the knowledge with which you begin to imagine. Now look at you. As you're listening, you're getting your own thoughts of what you can do, what you can improve. You're looking through your life. Your brain is scanning your own life to see, please, oh, I should have done this better. Oh, I cannot do this better. See? That's the advantage of imagination. So for you to conceive, it has to do with your imagination. That's why knowledge is key. Knowledge is a key resource of a leader. A leader must know. A leader must set him or herself to know. Because with knowledge comes the empowerment for imagination. Do you get it? It's very easy to understand. Because without the knowledge, you can't imagine at that level. You can only imagine at the level of your knowledge. So you need more knowledge to improve the capacity or propensity of your imagination. The next point there is to collaborate. Work with people, coordinate human and non-human resources and schedule things to follow a particular order. Combat, fight opposition, conclude, see to it that something is actually done and finished. Now, this summarizes everything in a sense, but I broke it down into 4 key points so that you can understand each point even clearer. So let's go to the next point, alliance building. Alliance building is looking for the necessary people to help you achieve an outcome. Very simple. It is you looking up for the skills that you need to achieve an outcome. And let me explain this to you. We don't, in a sense, collaborate with people. It's not about the person. It's about the skill that they possess and the character, the personality that carries that skill. So it's not about Kunle or Ada. No, it's not about them. It's about what Kunle can do and Kunle's character. So I'm after the software. I'm after the thing within the person. So I'm always looking out for who is necessary to me. So I may really like Ada, but Sharon could be the one who's got the resources that I need. Alright? So even though Ada is my friend, Sharon is the one with whom I need an alliance, because Sharon has the skills, the character, probably the experience, the competence that is required for me to achieve my outcome. Now remember, the true test of a leader is in your ability to deliver results. So if I want to deliver results, I'm looking for those people who could help me deliver those results. So I'm looking for the right people with the right skills. Now if I find the people with the right skills, I have the responsibility now to go up to them and propose to them my outcome and find a way to make my outcome seem to them as if it's the best use of their time. Okay, so we're going to talk about those negotiation skills maybe in another course, but suffice it is to say here that alliance building is a key skill of a leader, looking for those with the necessary skills and characteristics to help you achieve your outcome. The next point there is walking through pressure. Walking through pressure. Walking through pressure. I know you cannot see the next point there is walking through pressure. This is the ability to keep moving in spite of opposition. Now, anything worth doing. Remember when we talked about combat in end to end. Yeah, so I brought it here to expand a bit more. Leadership usually will require strength of character. You see, you're not going to get any outcome that is worthwhile without real opposition. So leadership will demand of you to walk through pressure. So if it's hard, it's okay. Because you are a leader, it is supposed to be difficult to achieve. If everybody could achieve it, then we don't need a leader for it. Alright? So walking through pressure, because there will be opposition. There will be staggering opposition sometimes in view of your outcome, and you've got to go through it. So as a leader, prepare your mind for when the opposition comes, when the challenges come, when the detractors come, you're going to keep moving. And that will be key to achieving your success. So remember, I have to walk through pressure because I'm a leader. So that's how you talk to yourself. I have to walk through pressure. I'm a leader. I walk through the pressure. And then the next point here is consistent de-escalation. What do I mean by constant de-escalation? It is, talking about maybe in the times of pressure or in the times of planning or just in times of meetings. Sometimes when you bring people together, things get hot. Things get heated. People get into arguments, all kinds of behaviors are clashing. And if those behaviors clash, it will be difficult for us to achieve our results. Now, when that is brought before you, the leader, your job is not to take sides. Say, I'm going to side with this guy, I'm going to side with this fellow. That's what you're supposed to do then. You're not trying to do what is right or wrong. It's not about what is right or wrong, or who is right or wrong. It's about what is best for the project as at now. And what is best for the project as at now is for everybody to remove the focus from themselves and put the focus on our outcome. So your job as a leader is consistent de-escalation. All right? De-escalate means when something is going up, you bring it down. So when it gets heated, you calm it down. You calm it down by reminding everybody that this is why we came together. This is what we're trying to achieve. This is what will happen in the world if we achieve our purpose. You know, that's your job as a leader. See, that's the job of a leader. So, consistent de-escalation. And with that, I've come to the end of this course. And I hope it communicated something to you. I believe it did. So, these are what will be required of you. So, we can go through it one more time. Consistent de-escalation, that's the fourth point we talked about. Calming things down, helping everybody focus on the goal, working through pressure in spite of the opposing circumstances, in spite of negative feedback, in spite of uncomplimentary outcomes, in spite of seeming discouragement. That ability to keep going, set your eyes on the goal and keep moving. Oh boy. That will be required of every leader if you're doing anything worthwhile. And then alliance building, finding the people with the right skills and characteristics. So it's not about oh, I like this one, I want to work with this one. Or I don't like this one, I don't want to work with this one. If that person has the skills and characteristics I need, it's my job to bring them on board. It's my job to bring them on board. Because my goal is more important than whatever feelings I have, however strong, towards the person or not, right? And then end-to-end thinking, which is very important for leadership. So with that, I guess we've had a very great course on what leadership is and how you can from today begin to improve your leadership skill and do big things in this world.